for floating tremolo and fixed bridge. You need to check this out. Check this out. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Yeah. You remind me of Thomas Nordek, because I met Thomas.
Yeah.
Thomas.
But then Thomas was from Austria.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Yeah. Well, Tom is Steve Vai's guitar tech and Frank Zappa's guitar tech, but he, came into it. But all he does now is pioneer new gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing stuff.
Yeah, that Thomas is amazing. I would like to sit down with him in his studio and just go through all his toys, because there's like guitar porn in his house.
Yes, that's true. Right, because of the multi-scale.
With a multi-scale,
yeah,
and you can also use it for normal, for your normal scale length. What the beautiful of this one is, it's all again machined out of brass, but you got a full contact on it. So this plate is full contacted with the body of the guitar. Then we've got a little slider there for your intonation.
Yeah, right.
And then you got your height adjustment there, and you got a little Allen key at the front and on the side to lock each thing in. You can also bottom feed the string through the body, and then your string goes through the little hole there. So it's the way how you design the guitar. But what Frank told me, Frank Felber, is when he installed them on his 8-string that we demonstrated at Namm.
Oh wow!
It was like he had another brand of monorail bridges on there. And as soon as you put ours on, it was like the old one was like, and wow, it just opened up the whole body.
Take the blanket off.
Took the blanket off, opened up the whole body of the guitar. So this gives a much more brighter, fuller tone on your guitar, because it resonates more.
Mm.
Yeah, so we've got these then for guitar and for bass.
And what's the name of these, if anyone wants to look at?
The monorails.
Monorail
bridges.
And so this one here with the...
It's the single tuning bass bridge.
Single tuning. So monorail meaning you have to tune on the head.
You just got normal machine heads on the head.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't tune with these ones.
Right. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Let's put that one back up there.
Yeah.
And
then the last thing that we've been working on for a long time
Get a light on there.
is a tremolo.
This is pretty sick.
This is we showed this guitar at Namm.
Yeah.
We'll show you later. Just as a demonstration, there was a prototype with a tremolo, everything on it. And
you want to get it out now while you're talking about it?
Well, you can hold it.
Yeah. Very, very nice guitar he's made here. So I like the blue resin.
Yeah.
It's shiny.
So that guitar we showed at Namm this year, and since then we've been really working hard on the knife edge on the tremolo.
Right. And that's because when you do a dive bomb,
it has to go back to the 0 point.
Yep.
And there should be no friction at all. What you have with a lot of the other bridges is that what they do, they harden the steel and then quench it.
Okay.
So you get like a very short hard point.
So
but over time,
quenching means
hardening.
Right.
You put more carbon into it. You close all the pores in the metal, makes it harder. And what you get over time, especially with say Floyd Rose and all the other tremolos, they've got a little teeth getting in there because your friction between the post all that, and
You're saying like notching, it notches out.
it notches out like your
Hit-
knife becomes blunt, you know, you
Right.
get all those little grooves,
Hit-
which
hits,
stops it
yeah.
from going backwards
Oh, returning to 0 point.
during the 0 point.
Right, okay.
Yeah. So we've been really working hard on it to get that knife edge up
Perfect.
to where we think it's perfect. And because of the process that we do with the plate, this is a 3-piece system. So we've got the sustainer block, the base plate, and then the tuning sleeves. The base plate is a very high-tech way of hardening the steel. So it's not just the knife edges getting hardened, the whole plate is hardened.
Wow.
And it brings in more carbon to the steel, makes it really hard, and makes it last much longer in the sharpness of it. And so what we've done with this bridge, then it will be a complete replacement for your Floyd Rose. It's got the same spacing, so you can put it into your Floyd Rose guitar and you can play with it. And it's no problem in installation with it, just straight away fit in. This one has a 12mm massive sustainer block on it, but for the production line we're going to do an 8mm. Because it fits straight away into Floyd Rose guitars.
So, because I've got a gem,
Yeah.
so in this particular model, because this has got the tuning, so would I have to change these out for the mono rails?
Nope.
Or you can just keep that on?
On your jam, you got the fine tuning at the back.
Yes. Alright, so they're just fine tuners.
This will become fine tuners.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So instead of your Floyd Rose, you got it from the top and push the string down. Basically
Yes.
what happens.
Yep.
This one you just pull them back, so you use them as fine tuners.
Wow.
That's then on a normal guitar. I call normal guitar just your normal straight lengths, you know. Then you can also use this tremolo for your multi-scale guitar, because you can move the saddles around. Like on this guitar, this is a
Oh,
25
right.
at the bottom and a 25 and a half at the top. So you can see that this is basically already going into a fan.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
right, because that's because the frets are fans. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and it's also then headless. You can tune it from the back,
Right.
which you can't do with a Floyd Rose.
Yes.
Yeah, because you got to tune it at the top, because you only got this very micro tuning. At the
Right,
top.
because with a Floyd Rose, you'd need those because it'd be locked off at the...
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. So you go fine tuning at the back. Now you can use this then as a fine tuning. Now we're gonna sell this with 2 different turning wheels. So these are 20mm long. It's for if you use it headless, because it's got more grip on it. It's easy to roll. And then for the Floyd Rose, we do a 10mm one, because then you don't have to do a routing at the back. Now on your jam, it doesn't really matter because you got the tiger claw at the back.
Yes.
And I put it on my jam, and it fits perfectly. And then you can put your fingers on it and tune it. It's not a problem.
Yeah,
But if you
right.
got, say, a RG or JS model, which they don't have the tiger claw, you need the shorter wheels. So then we get the shorter wheels in it, and you can get your fingers under it and just fine tune it. And this is very accurate.
Yeah.
Very fine thread in it, and then with the ball bearings, it's very easy to tune it.
So the point of difference is you're spending all the research and development on getting the metal right.
Getting
so
a knife edge and
so
a
it's
metal
not, doesn't
perfect.
fatigue.
Doesn't fatigue. Also, the post or stud that comes with it is out of a very hard material. Not the same material, because if you've got 2 of the same materials next to each other.
When you say
those-
posts, you mean
It's those 2
screws-
little things, yeah.
screws.
Post, studs, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, it's made out of a very hard stainless steel material,
Right.
because then you got 2 opposite materials touching each other, so there's less friction.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been really working hard on that since January, since we came back from Namm. You know,
Yeah.
Frank went over it, I went over it, and we had a lot of people commenting on it, and we're like, okay, well, we got to work on this.
Yeah.
So now all the R&D is done. I'm waiting for the supply to come in.
So it's ready to. So this is brand new. It hasn't really gone to market just yet.
Not yet. No, it will come to the
Cool is
market,
that?
you know, in the next 2 weeks.
Oh wow.
You know, I'm waiting for a shipment to be shipped. Well, actually today or tomorrow.
Yeah. Wow.
They're at the plating at the moment,
Yeah.
and once they're out of plating, they're going to send it to me. We're going to send it back to America to Frank.
Yeah.
Frank's got a guitar already finished there to put one in, because
This is amazing.
and we've got our friend from ET Guitars in Sydney, Ernie. He's
Yeah.
been working on it a lot as well with us and giving us feedback
Yes.
on
To
the
get it right.
tremolos to get it right. And
Yeah.
he's got a few guitars ready, which we're going to show at Melbourne Guitar Show.
Which is in the first week of
First week
August.
of August, so
Yeah.
that's what, in 4 weeks.
Yes. And
I'll be there.
I really
Yeah.
want to go, but I'll.
Yeah, you're flying to Steve Vai.
Yeah, I'll be in
Come
New York.
on,
I'll be in New York.
you'll be in Vai camp.
Yes.
Yeah, Which I don't know what's is better. You know?
Yeah.
I'd rather be there than
So
some racing ground in Melbourne.
yeah, so just to wrap it up, so you've got a fixed bridge,
Fixed bridge,
but
headless.
the brand and for the headless,
Headless, yeah.
and the brand new tech
Is the tremolo.
The tremolo that can be used as multi-scale as well, but also you can change the adjusters. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, the turning wheels. Yeah.
Turning wheels.
Tuning wheels. Tuning
Tuning wheels. Yeah. We couldn't be proud, Mary. Big wheels keep on turning.
Keeps on tuning.
Keep on tuning. and as you said, that they can. You got 20 mil and 10 mil.
Yeah, 10 mil for the float rows if you got the
for a floating tram.
For a floating tram, so you can actually, without doing any routering on the guitar.
Right.
Because that was my goal, is that design a tremolo that you can actually just have a float rose guitar, whatever it is, take that off and bam, put this one in. I've got an old Kramer at home,
Yeah.
Eddie Van Halen Kramer, which Chris gave me. Not
Yeah.
gonna get it back. You know that now if you see this video.
Oh, right. Okay.
And I put it in there, and it's straight away, bam, it fits on there, and yeah, you can still tune it, even with the 20 mil on there, because it doesn't go backwards. It's only dive thing.
Yeah.
But if you got an Ibanez IG or a JS, where you can pull it up as well, they got the space underneath of it is routed away, so you gotta be able to put, and the bridge normally sits lower as well.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because on my jam,
It's actually sinks in.
yeah.
It's basically, well, this part here, that edge is like on the top of it.
Well, that's amazing. What's the chances of someone building some latest hardcore tech about 8 minutes from my house? Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe.